How's it going, guys? How are you doing? And welcome to a brand new tutorial from iPinus. So today we got a really quick tutorial actually explaining and taking a look on what is Deno. So lately, a couple of days ago, Deno version 1.1 has been officially released, which means 1.1 it is actually finally stable and actually finally ready to be used for a real world project with richer features and so many things. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive into this video tutorial, and we're gonna learn what is Deno. Just really simple, just a 10-minute video, and we're gonna explain what is Deno, why a lot of people are talking about it, why a lot of people are interested about it, and should you worry if Deno is gonna replace Node.js anywhere soon or not, and what is actually the conflict between Node.js and Deno and stuff like that. So you're just gonna have like some chat. So I've already talked in Twitter with some people. So guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, I really advise you guys, you should go ahead and follow me there, because I have got a lot of things, discussions happening there, so we can discuss things and stuff like that. So you're gonna find the link in description. You can just go at iPinus and you can follow me there, and you're gonna find like a lot of things happening on my Twitter account. So what is first Deno? Simply, Deno is actually a secure runtime for JavaScript and TypeScript. And what I mean by that is actually the same thing, or it is the younger brother of Node.js. And by the way, it has been created by the same creator of Node.js. So after he saw that he did Node.js, he has some like couple of things did wrong on Node.js, so he tried to make Deno the better Node.js, or the better version Node.js, but he changed a couple of things. He changed the ecosystem a little bit, and he added some features, removed some features, and so on and so forth. So what are pretty much the characteristics or the pros and the cons of Deno, and what are actually the main features and why people are so hyped about it? And for this case, Deno is actually a secure runtime. And what I mean by secure runtime, it's much more secure than Node.js. So all we know that Node.js, if we run a program, we can access the disk, we can pretty much read data, we can write data to the disk, we can access the network, we can do pretty much whatever we want with a host machine whenever we run the script. But in the other case, if we like run Deno, in other hand, it's gonna be like much more secure, because Deno provides permissions underneath, so it doesn't actually allow any script to access the like writing or write to the disk or something like that till it is explicitly told to use that. So this is a really important thing, and a lot of things actually make it secure. And in the other second hand, what is actually Deno, and it has been built on Rust. So if you're familiar with the Rust programming language, it is kind of like an intermediate between a low-level programming language and a high-level programming language. So you can think about it in the middle of C++, C and C++, and between JavaScript and Python and other high or dynamic languages. It is statically typed, and it is really performant and really fast to do some kind of things. So Deno is actually being written on that. And the other really thing I love about that, so Deno comes with a native support for the TypeScript. So you're not gonna be needing any browser or any compilers and transpilers to just take your code from TypeScript to JavaScript then run it on Node or Deno. No, Deno is gonna just like take native TypeScript code, and it's gonna compile it down in order to, you know, like work with it. And it's gonna do all the compilation stuff underneath the hood. So this is actually the thing I really enjoy about Deno, and it has to be working with TypeScript. So why a lot of people are actually interested in Deno? So in this case, Deno offers a lot of rich features. It has like a good, or it has been created by the author of Node.js. So this is actually the thing that draws people a lot. But in this case, or for the moment being, Deno can actually work on the production ready server, because it still lacks a lot of libraries, a lot of support. The STD, or the standard library, which pretty much allows us to pretty much interact with, you know, if we can go to the STD in here, it gives you like the set of tools you can interact with, like the async, the bytes module for like the flags, the FMT, which pretty much comes with a formatter as Go does, the file system as Node.js does, HTTP, IO, UID and stuff like that. So this one, if you take a look on the master, it's still on the version like 0.52 or 52. So in this case, it actually means it's not stable right now. Only the Deno core is stable, but the STD library is not stable yet. So yet to consider, you can actually work with this till it gets into the 1.1 version, otherwise you won't be able to work with it. The other good thing about Deno is actually comes with a formatter as Go does. So the Ryan Doe, or the creator, Ryan Doe, pretty much inspired the Go FMT or the Go formatter from Go itself and Go ecosystem, and just got it and put it inside of Deno. And this is a really lovely thing I love about Go in this kind of things. And the CLI of Deno is actually much more rich. There's no npm, no packages. It doesn't actually install any packages. So if you look in the installation in here, you can take a look on the installation section. It actually allows you to install pretty much anywhere: Windows, Mac OS X, and Linux. So just by running a couple of scripts and stuff, or you can use Bro or Scope or Cargo. And it's clearly seen here, if you take a look on a simple example, after we can do like Deno run, and we'll provide in a URL. And this is actually the changing or the pivoting point that a lot of people have been talking about. Is actually the module resolution has been changed, so now it can actually resolve modules from the URLs directly. So as Go does, pretty much this is the same thing. So here we do Deno run, and we provide it with a script, and it's going to run for us the script. On the other hand, if you want to like create a script, we can grab the serve function from a script, and in this case from the actual std standard library of Deno, and we can pretty much get the script in here and we can start working with it. So as I clearly seen here, we do serve 8000 port and so on and so forth, and we can start working with it without any issues. And this is why a lot of people actually are loving it, so they can actually call or get directly the script from the URL without having any node modules folder or without caching or anything like that. Pretty much it does the caching of the script, but it doesn't need to install the modules or download them first and then do like npm install, npm run, and stuff like that. You don't need a package.json, nothing like that, or package.lock. And this is actually, at the time, is actually really powerful, as well as it is really dangerous and not really that good to manage like bigger projects. So if it comes to production ready and big and high-end projects, this is a really bad spot for a lot of people. But for scripts, what I see right now, Deno, what it can do, so for I'm like gonna be using Deno for now, I'm gonna be using it to make CLIs, like command line interfaces, or create some like really simple script that can do pretty much anything, interact with the operating system, read files, write files, and so on and so forth. Or CLIs, it's actually really powerful to create CLIs as well. For a quick like CRUD or RESTful API service, it can do that too, but not for production ready yet. I'm saying yet because it's not really developed or has like the STD missing some things, and it's still in the development phase. It's not like officially out yet. So yeah, we have to wait for the version 1.1 for the STD to get right of that. You can get also into the third modules library, and the third modules library you can find like whatever people submit in here, like the community libraries, and you can install them, you can take a look at them, and there's actually a plethora of them already in here, like Deno Init, Deno Search, a CLI for Deno Search or whatever, and it pretty much like you can go ahead and use this link. It's clear in here, you can copy it and you can use it in your projects, and this is a really lovely thing, as I told you before. One more thing in here, you can just go and read about the Deno 1.1 blog post. So just go Deno Land version 1, and you can read much more about that. You can exactly tell why Deno is and what is built on top of, and much more information from this blog post. And the other side, on a technical level and much more like underneath and low level. So if you take a look on the architecture inside of like GitHub contributing of Deno, you can see like internal contributors or contributors architecture.md, and you can see like the differences between Deno and a Linux analogy. So processes are web workers in Deno, which you can use as a threads. There's like system calls or OPS in Deno, schedule here for Linux, and it uses Tokio as a, like event thread scheduler. And you know, it just like introduces resources and matrices. And the other hand in here, it just actually pretty much provides the graph or the schematic diagram for how pretty much Deno works with Rust and how it interacts with the V8 engine, because of course it is built on the V8 engine as Node.js 2, and it has like a threading pool for like taking care of the async calls and everything like that. It's pretty much the same thing as Node.js, but it's more secure, built on Rust, and plenty of things to be considering working for that. So this is actually Deno. Should you worry, actually, if you're just like wondering, should I worry about Deno and will it replace Node.js soon? I'm saying no, it will not replace Node.js soon, neither in the near future, no, like couple of years, it could be decades, because Node.js is huge, the ecosystem of Node.js is huge as well, and a lot of people actually are loving Node.js, and a lot of projects, companies, big companies are powered by Node.js and built on top of Node.js. So Node.js is actually like a monster. Deno can't take over Node.js, of course, in the near future, I'm saying, but it could become a really awesome and a great runtime as Node.js did grow up. So we can see Deno shining up in the couple of like years coming up. So if you're thinking about learning Deno, that should be really great, but you should be waiting for like the version or the std library becomes available, version 0.1, and you can start learning Deno and you can start working with it. It is really great, really lovely, and everyone actually is talking about it. So yeah, that's about Deno. So thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to make this video really quick, about 10 minutes, and I hope like I gave you everything I knew about Deno. There are much more information. We're gonna be like putting another video tutorials about working and creating some real world projects on Deno, but that was actually just like an introduction to Deno and versus Node.js, and what are the similarities and pros and cons between both of these, and will it replace Node.js eventually. So thank you guys for watching. As I said before, hope you guys have enjoyed the video tutorial anyway, and yeah, hopefully I see you guys in the next video tutorial. See you guys in the next one. Adios.